Hi, this is Rod Boomer Guitar Sessions. This is part 2 in our modes you must know. And this is all in an effort to practice the right stuff and not to waste our times with stuff we're not going to be using. So I think that's a thing with people, is they get stuck in practicing all the things that we don't ever really use. My message to you is to practice the stuff that you see all the time and you're going to encounter. And that's what we're going to do here today. Second most important, I don't know if it's the second most important, it's probably equally as important as the major scale, is the Aeolian mode. When I say the Aeolian mode, this is the 6th degree of the major scale. So if we start a major scale on the 6th degree, and we start a scale from that, that is what is referred to as the Aeolian mode. All right, so that sound is heavy metal. That sound is that is the sound of the natural minor scale. Natural minor scale is the mother scale of all things minor. Okay, there's lots of different kinds of minor scales available to us. You kind of judge all these other minor scales from how they relate, how they are different to the natural minor scale. Okay, so this is the like the vanilla of the minor scales. Okay, so with that said, again, when we are thinking modally, we're not just thinking I'm going to skirt through a scale. And that's all modal improvisation does. No, that's not what we're going to do. What we're going to do is we're going to use all the devices that we have at our disposal that we can use. These include tone sets, these include pentatonics, these include chord tones. All right, so the first thing that I would do, we're in the key of E minor, over top of thinking modally, thinking in terms of E natural minor, I would do the minor tone set. The minor tone set is different than the major tone set. It is going to be the 4-note sequence of 1, flat 7, 5, 4, any combination of that all over the fingerboard. That can be our place that we can start. E natural minor backing track. Minor tone sets. So it is that 1, flat 7, 5, 4 intervallic combination. One note, that's one note removed from the minor pentatonic scale. All right. So if we put the minor third in it, then it's the minor pentatonic scale. So, and that would be the next thing that I would explore. I would explore the minor pentatonic over top of a natural minor progression. It's all good. that's just the minor pentatonic over top of that. Now we can use that. One of the easiest ways to get right into the natural minor scale without going like this is to use minor pentatonic ideas and then to incorporate the outside notes. So if I'm playing the outside note would be so that would be an outside note. So using those outside notes, that's the natural minor scale. That's all that, and it's kind of like we're coming in on that natural minor scale on the sideways kind of. So with that said, next thing I might do is horizontal arrangement, just coming up with melodies, just using the horizontal scale. So that horizontally speaking, and then pick some. Next thing I might do is, okay, let's check the vertical. You have some favorite fingerings. I like this A string rooted. This A string rooted natural minor fingering. So putting some of that into your thing, certainly that's going to be Aeolian, the natural minor scale. All right, next thing we can do is outline some of the G minor arpeggios they are. So G minor arpeggio, I'm sorry, E minor. E minor arpeggios. We're not in G minor, we're in E minor. All right. From there, I always think of the extended arpeggio. So if I have a natural, that's an E minor 7 arpeggio. What is also good to use the higher arpeggios is that G major 7 arpeggio over top of an E minor 7. That is going to be a natural minor application. Different dyads, 2-note things. Sixes are great, octaves are great. Thirds are great. So just that G major 7 arpeggio over top of the E minor 7. That's also the B minor 7. That's a good one. That would sound like this. That's all thinking modally. That's all thinking modally. So, let's see, did I get everything? Did I get everything? Horizontal, figuring out, working your horizontal stuff, working out your vertical stuff. Learn all your scales, but it's not just skirting through scales. When we think modally, that's not what modal improv is. It's using all the stuff and creating melody and creating music. All right? Think in terms of phrasing, think in terms of bending, think in terms of creating melodies, and then also think in terms of cutting a rope, where you do periods of chaos. Not everything has to be something that is singable. Listen to your favorite players, like the guy from Neil Schon from Journey, that you listen to his stuff, and he'll play something super melodic and singable, and then he'll just go whack-a-mole, and that's something you can explore too. So playing in key. So with that said, apply all this stuff. Pick a backing track. Take your minor tone sets, your pentatonics, your bring in some of your outside natural minor notes, and then natural minor fingerings and arpeggios and all that kind of stuff, and that's all natural minor all day long. And this is Rod. Boomer Guitar Sessions, Volume 2, Part 2 of Modes You Must Know. Aeolian mode. Learn it. Some people only know this. If you're a metal guy, you only know minor scales. It's super usable in metal. I get it. But even metal guys should learn some more than one scale. So anyway, I will see you next time, and we'll discuss more modes you must know. Until then, subscribe, like, and do all that stuff, and ask questions and be part of the community. See you next time. Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can do this.